What is up, all you GBA type fans? This is Tom. I'm here bringing you week 1 of the GBA. Now, a few things before I jump into this battle. First off, I'd like to apologize for how I might sound. I'm a little sick, under the weather. I kind of felt it last night when I battled, and now I'm feeling it a lot this morning. So I apologize, and I also apologize because of the fact that, because of how I'm feeling, and the fact that I'm currently enrolled in a police academy 5 days a week. Then this weekend I also worked every day, so I didn't really have the max amount of time to like prep the way I wanted to. I say that because I have this whole idea about how I want to present the battles each week. I'm not saying I'm not going to, it's just this week didn't really have the opportunity to, so please stand by. I had this really good idea about how I want to present the way I look at my opponent's teams. Not necessarily a team builder, but how I look at their team and how I prep for them, kind of. So, again, stand by for that. I apologize you won't see it this week, but you will see it from every week on, because I will have more time, and I have the ambition to make sure that these battles are so entertaining for you guys, and I want you guys to really enjoy my mindset and how I present my thoughts to you. So, that being said, first week against Tup, his team, which you'll see on screen right now, very threatening, and as a matter of fact, with what the guys in the power ranks were saying and the bold predictions, my team is kind of a group of misfits, and I say that because there are a few things that can't really take hits, and those things include I can't take hits from electric types. Edgequake blows my mind, and I can't take bird spam. Now, we look at Tup's team, and he has all flipping 3. He has, if he goes offensive Rotom H, there's not much on my team wants to take it. Hell, you look at my two walls right there, and neither of them can take an electric move, so, or at least not well. Mega Pidgeot, show me my switch in. Even, I think I was looking at my team overall when I was prepping this week. My best answer is a Mega Aerodactyl that's like Spadef, and that's, I didn't want to do that. It didn't really work out, and well, no. And then Edgequake, Excadrill, right there. So, unfortunately, Tup's team, just looking at it and preparing for it, pretty much took on my entire team, beginning to end. He has checks my walls. He has offensive power over mine. I say that because Excadrill, in the sand, Jolly hits like 608. If I Scarf anything, I don't even hit 608. Like, Noivern doesn't even hit 608 with a Scarf. And then that means he also outpaces Mega Aerodactyl. When he's in the sand, he has 8 turns of it with Smooth Rock, Pipoudon. And then you also have like your Choice Scarf users like Azelf and Heracross that we see there. AV Tangrowth, my team can't really break. And so I say that all because this team was tough. This team was tough to handle, tough to play for, and I certainly didn't have the best opportunity to take him on effectively. But I did my best. So my team right here is I have 2 defensive walls, being Xatu and Jellicent. I have a Shukaberry, Rock Polish, Cobalion. I have a Bulk Up, 3-attack Machamp, and I have a Life Orb, Starmie, 3 attacks Rapid Spin, and then 4 attacks Mamoswine. No rocks. I probably could have used rocks. I'll explain more as we get into the battle. But the whole gimmick of this week is going to be Trick Room, because if I can't outspeed his team, I'm going to outslow his team. So my 2 Trick Room setters are going to be Xatu and Jellicent, and then everything is slow enough to take advantage of the Trick Room being like I have a Quiet Starmie, Brave, Machamp, and Mamoswine, and we'll see how that goes. So he starts off with Azelf, I start off with Xatu. I'm not gonna lie, I was a little flustered, a little nervous for this match. Didn't really have the best mindset. I was kind of like looking at his team. I was like, crap, I got lost a little bit. But I U-turn, he U-turns, he goes into Tangrowth, I go into Mamoswine. Now I'll stop right here for a second. This was stupid, but on the same token, what on my team really wants to take a hit from Tangrowth? I have Cobalion, so if he went for if I'm in with Cobalion, he's in with Tangrowth, what am I going to kill it with? Tangrowth at full HP is not going to die to anything. I can't set up on it. Xatu, I U-turned out, so I couldn't come back in. Jellicent's a water type, he just can go for a grass move. Starmie, same thing. I pretty much, or like Machamp, like he can go for a grass move, but then again, on the same token, like I can't recover any of that back, and I think I'm slower than Tangrowth when I'm not in the Trick Room. So Okay, so I go into Mammoth Swine, and my idea here is go for Icicle Crash, maybe get a flinch, maybe get a crit, or I just do enough damage and I get to kind of see what his set is. So I go for Icicle Crash right here, and I'm like, you know what? I just need this to... Oh, okay. I need this to miss, because then I die to a Leaf Storm. Now, I think if I hit based on his investment, I think I would have killed it, or at least got it down so far that he had to switch out, so I would have had some sort of momentum to work on, especially here with Starmie. I could have went into Starmie, I could have got some sort of momentum, and I definitely could have attempted to not have both my primary sweepers get, you know, like, knocked out. Starmie's really low, it's going to go for Leaf Storm, and this pretty much knocks me down to about a Life Orb hit, plus rocks if he gets them up. That sucks, and these first two turns right here kind of screwed me. Missing the Icicle Crash, probably could have knocked it down really low, maybe killed it, depending on his investment. He never really told me what his investment was, and frankly, at that point, I was just like, fuck. So, damn you, Wi-Fi. So I go for an Ice Beam. I get the Azel down really low. I asked him if this was Scarfed. He actually said it was E-Built, so that's okay. But I go to Cobalion here, thinking he's going to go for U-Turn. He could also go for something like Fire Blast or T-Bolt. I kind of suspected T-Bolt. My problem with this team overall is just that I didn't have enough to take on all of his options. The Heracross beat me, the Azelf beat me, the Tangrowth and the Hippowdon had so many ways of beating me that I just didn't have all of the options to take on this. So, switch out with Cobalion, going to Xatu. I suspect he's going to go for rocks here. You kind of needed to, at least to make sure that Starmie only has one switch in to come back in on. Get rocks up. He, I get rocks up because he, you know, went for my magic bounce. I like that Xatu actually worked this match, and that, you know, he has the capability of doing something. You know, and then I go for a Grass Knot here, and with the Grass Knot I do a lot of damage. Now, he has to be Smooth Rock, otherwise the Excadrill is not going to be nearly as effective as he wants it to be. He goes for Roar. I find out later he just has Earthquake, so his Hippowdon set at all can't not touch Xatu, and I think I prepared this Xatu very well. Defensive, take on Stone Edges and Crunches, Grass Knot to hit the Hippowdon, and the only way he can recover all that back up is with Slack Off. So I actually like this Xatu set. I'm actually very pleased with how it worked off. But we now look at this big threat right here. What do I have to switch into a Mega Pidgeot? Nothing, so Xatu's going down. Granted, right here, I probably could have sacked Starmie. I probably could have sacked Jellicent. But again, I just didn't have enough. Ways to handle his team. So here I was a little frazzled. That first turn or second turn definitely kind of screwed me, and wasn't really pleased with how this match was going from the get-go. He switches out, Curse Body. See, you're going to see a lot of Curse Body in this match because I think Jellicent was really upset that Tup dropped his lovely Requiem here, which is now a male with a mustache, for a smelly, poisonous jellyfish. You know, you got to stay with your tried and true here. You can't go switch off and pick some stupid, spammy, spinny jellyfish. Like, Tup, you're letting down Jellicent here. Like, I actually had to pick up the slack for you. I probably could have went with HP Flying here over Psychic. I thought Psychic also handled Tentacruel over HP Flying. That was my thinking with this. And, I mean, it kind of worked. And here's Curse Body again. See, he's so upset. He's so upset that Tup dropped him for no reason. So, go for Psychic there. If I had HP Flying, definitely could have killed the Heracross. We come to find out that he's actually Scarfed. So, that was something definitely to... it was good to learn that. And Needs a Trick Room kind of did work here. So, sorry about that. So Trick Room did work here. That means that even though I can't touch the Tangrowth, the ways that I set up my walls to handle his walls that were coming in, or the ways that Jellicent could take on Heracross, which I figured would kind of be his main switch into Jellicent, because it could pretty much just like beat it down endlessly. And then also the other way that I kind of expected Xatu to take on Hippowdon, definitely did work. Goes to Focus Blast here, expecting my switch. Good play on his part. I kind of also suspected him to go for maybe Leaf Storm, Giga Drain, get back some HP. He does make the aggressive play, goes for Focus Blast. I need to make a play there. I go for Close Combat, maybe take it out, but it's a Tangrowth. Like, this is my best option. He's going to switch out to get back to Regenerator, and I'm pretty much just sacking my Cobalion here. Yeah, like I said, he switches out. Nothing I could do there because, unfortunately, just the Tangrowth is so good against my team. Every time I use it, there's never really a way that I can beat Tangrowth. My team never has the best means of taking on something that's so good as Tangrowth. I wanted it, and Tup just took it after I had taken Starmie in the second round. So I had a choice there, and Tup definitely has the better end on that. I don't get 6-0'd. I knock out the Azelf with the Iron Head. I go for the Rock Polish here. Now, right here, I pretty much have to go for Close Combat. Close Combat is not going to kill, but I have to hope for something here. I'm not going to switch out and waste this Rock Polish, and you know, it was worth a try there. He's gonna slack off, get back all that HP. God damn it! See, these two walls are so effective against my team. I think on paper, when you look at Tup's team versus my team, it's really, really difficult to take both of our teams and not find so many weaknesses on my end, or at least means that I really can't beat his team. So right here, I bring in Machamp. Cobalion's down, Mamoswine's down, Starmie is really weak, and so is Xatu's also down. So right here, I'm pretty much, you know, grasping at straws. I have to make some sort of play here. I have to try and do something. I go for bulk up, maybe get some good damage off. Obviously, he's defensive, so I'm going to go for an Ice Punch here. This is 3 attacks, Close Combat, Ice Punch, and Earthquake. So I go for Ice Punch here, and I'm like, yeah, maybe a crit would be nice. You know, I need to get some big damage off on the Hippowdon, and there it is. I got a freeze. This means nothing in the grand scheme. You're going to see in these few turns as the leftovers and the Sandstorm happens, which, by the way, fuck these two animations. They take so damn long to get through. Even in the Verse Recorder, like going Sandstorm chip damage into leftovers. So annoying. So I go for second bulk up here. He's trying to wake up and either slack off or more likely roar. He's going to roar to get me out. And I say that this doesn't matter because I'm just going to get to +2 and I'm going to knock him out with an Ice Punch. Because no matter how long I wait to get up to +6, it doesn't matter because he goes right into Mega Pidgeot and he goes for Hurricane. I'm not in Trick Room. Both my Trick Room setters are pretty much dead except for Jellicent, and like the only thing I could do is just kind of pad my differential. I'm not going to win because Mega Pidgeot is just so good against this team. So like I said, it's going to come right in. He's going to go for Hurricane. The rocks are up, but it doesn't matter. I'm going to go into, I believe, Jellicent here and take, or I'm going to go to Cobalion, sack Cobalion. But even if I go into Jellicent here, he's still going to go for Hurricane. There's no reason for him not to go for Hurricane, and he can't miss. So it's really a win-win for him altogether. Goes for Hurricane. He's going to knock me out. No big deal. I'm not going to let Machamp die. I'll at least try and use it later because of the fact that I can bulk up or maybe take out something else on my way down. But here I go into Jellicent. I'm going to go for Trick Room here. He's going to go for Hurricane, or I think he goes for Roost here. Yeah, like I said, he goes for Roost. I'm going to go for Trick Room here. My best play here is just go for Scald and recover. Try and chip away at this Mega Pidgeot. I gotta say, Mega Pidgeot, for its first showing, very impressive. I definitely like how Tup is using it. Ooh, sorry about that. And I definitely see why he picked it up. So I go for Scald here. Gonna get, like I said, chip damage. No burn. No big deal. He goes for Hurricane. It's gonna do a lot of damage. Again, I have no special defensive wall, and nothing on my team really wanted to take a special hit. So not Starmie. Sylveon, not so much, and that's pretty much it. So, and like I'm not gonna bring Arcanine or Luxray. Bad times all around. But here, there's the Curse Body again, and since he doesn't have anything to really hit the Jellicent, I can pretty much just go for Scald here, go for Recover, like wear out the Trick Room kind of. There's the burn. It doesn't matter. He's going to go for U-turn, he's going to get out of here. I pretty much have like a turn left in Trick Room, and once this thing is down, which right here is going to go to Tangrowth, and I have no way of touching it, all my means of decimating Tangrowth are gone. So I pretty much have to kind of roll with the punches here. He goes into Tangrowth. I go for Psychic. Maybe going to knock him out, but he's going to go for Giga Drain, and he's going to take back a lot of HP. This Tangrowth, the way that Tup played was certainly, it was on point. His team had a great matchup against mine. My team, I just kind of struggled to have as good of a matchup as I could possibly muster. It doesn't mean that I could have, doesn't mean that I could, like, no reason for me to play as badly as I did, but on the same token, I did the best I could. This team was probably the best opportunity I had to beat Tup. And Tup's been improving so much over the course of this season and then last season, or this team kind of caters to his play style. PPL has been doing really well. Last season, he was most improved for a reason. So we saw the Cursed Body activate there on the Hurricane as well as on the Giga Drain. Like I said, Jellicent just super mad that he got dropped from Tup's love. So I blame Tup for that, and yeah. I go into Starmie, I rob his Tangrowth of a kill, so good. And right here, I'm just going to go for, pretty sure I just go for Ice Punch. Maybe, again, try and get some freezes or just pick something off on my way down. Anyway, Heracross is going to come in. I'm going to kill with Ice Punch, so I pretty much lose 3-0 because he's going to go right into Mega Pidgeot, and I'm going to lose. So, not really upset that I lost. There are things that I could learn from this match, and those would be like the 3 things that stand out in my mind. Start with that. First off, Xatu and Machamp definitely worked out kind of the way that I really like them to. Xatu is going to be an effective mon that forces my opponent to switch, to predict a certain way. You know, they can't really do support moves if they're trying to cripple one of my sweepers. You know, how they're going to do that if I have something that can bounce back all of your moves. Also, Machamp was very effective. It definitely, you know, pushed holes through his team when I needed it to. Granted, Mega Pidgeot was there to stop me. I think if he had brought Rotom Heat over Mega Pidgeot, which, why would he? Mega Pidgeot is a beast. I think I could have won because the Heracross couldn't have beat me. The Azelf I had knocked out, and Excadrill couldn't knock me out with a Earthquake, and I had close combat. So that's neither here nor there. I did my best. 3-0 is fine. I could definitely dig myself out of that hole, and Tup is just fantastic with this team. This team is how he wants to play, and I would love to have this type of team. It's great. It's bulky. He has synergy, and I just got to keep working with this team. Yeah, it's a tough team to work with. It's a tough team to have, but that doesn't mean that I am not going to try the best that I possibly can week in and week out. So, that being said, hope you guys enjoyed. Oh yeah, my other 2 things I learned. The second thing is that if I have a plan like I did with Trick Room this week, don't be afraid to commit to it. Essentially, I never really gave myself a chance to set it up. And the third thing was just, I mean, when I get back into it, don't get frazzled. I missed that one move, but that wasn't really the end of the world. Kind of keep working through the problem and continue to play well. I got frazzled, but that's okay. It's a learning experience. Got thrown into the fire, back into the GBA. I'm not a quitter. Every week I'll be bringing all of my strategies, all of my effort will go into these battles, and I'm not going to lose and then not find a way to keep getting better from that. I realize this season is stacked. So many good players. Nothing's stopping me from being the best battler I can be, or at least learn every single week to ensure that I become a better and better battler week after week after week. So now I'm going to end the video. Hope you all enjoyed. Leave your comments down in the comment section. I know I'm going to be like 15th in the power rankings. Oh well. I think I played well-ish. What can I do? I mean, you can tell me how I could have played better. I probably will agree with you. So that being said, hope you guys had a good time watching it. Leave comments, like, favorite, whatever. I hit 1,000 subs, so maybe look for something that I'm going to do for that. I haven't really quite decided yet, but hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys soon. Talk to you guys in the comments. Later.